What's up, y'all? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for coming to my channel to check out another video. I really do appreciate you taking time out of your day and stopping by just to watch. Thank you for any support that you've given me in recent videos that I dropped. Thank you for any support that you give on this video. Whether you like it, share, subscribe, comment, I really do appreciate the support. Star Wars: The Acolyte. I want to say that this might be one of the most divisive and divided shows of the recent Star Wars shows. And not to say that other ones haven't been divisive and divided. I think this one more so because you've seen such a mix in people liking the show and disliking the show, to the point where people that some certain side would call shills don't like it. I don't think this is a debate of anti-woke versus woke or anything like that. I think this is a debate of whether you like the quality of this show or not. Me personally, I actually like this show. I think the pacing is a little bit off. The writing is a little bit off at times. The acting can be kind of... But actually, I've never looked to Star Wars to have great acting. It's par the course to me. I think that the mixed results are very interesting. Me personally, I actually think the last two episodes, episode 5 and 6, were really good. Some of the best of the recent Star Wars that I've watched. Just me personally. I thought episode 5 did a great job with the lightsaber duels and just the fight scenes in general. And I thought the pacing was actually pretty good in that episode. A lot of people didn't like the pacing, a lot of people don't like the writing. But hey, to each their own. Me personally, I liked episode 5 and 6 a lot. I really like those two episodes. Right now, to me, clearly, Soul and Quimir, Manny Jacinto's character, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, they are the stars of the show to me. Particularly, I think that the actor that plays Soul had a really good performance in episode 6. Some of the very quiet moments, some of the emotional moments, he did really well. And I think Manny Jacinto has played a Sith very, very well. He's played a more humanized version of a Sith in some of the nuances and some of the small things that he does. There's certain things that he did in episode 5 that I thought were really cool as far as the fight scenes. Understanding more about the helmet, I think the helmet that he wears is really dope. But the fact that he was willing to take it there, but still, he wasn't as robotic, or he was more human than some of the other Siths that we've seen. And I think that's cool. Technically, the Sith are supposed to be the more human versions of the Force versus the Jedis. And that brings me to another very interesting point. Certain people, certain sides probably hated this scene. Somebody brought this up and I thought it was really interesting. They brought up the idea of seduction and the way in which this character, Quimir, Manny Jacinto's character, was seducing Osha to a certain degree. And it makes sense to me. I understand if people don't like it, but I feel like it humanizes him as a Sith. Humanizes that idea of the dark side of the Force. I'm not going to say I am a Star Wars lore expert, a Star Wars expert in general. Looking at it and thinking about the idea of seduction and the way in which it's being used in the Acolyte, me personally, I think the Force has always been about seduction to a degree. Whether it is the Jedi or the Sith, it's just seduction in different ways. For me, I think that the Jedi, they seduce people with the idea of belonging to something greater, belonging to the good, being able to have a greater change in the wider universe. They kind of give people this grand idea of being something amazing and doing something amazing for the universe. While the Sith, on the other end, more so seduce you with the idea of glory for yourself, being able to do whatever you want to do, to live free. I like the way in which they're using seduction. Of course, they're also using it for the people who like it. It's a draw for the people who enjoy this kind of stuff, and that's cool. But still, the idea of seduction and the way it's being used in the Acolyte is interesting. Also, Osha just never seemed like she truly connected with people. This is an interesting way for Quimir, the Sith, whatever you want to call him, to kind of seduce her over into the dark side, to appeal to her human nature. Because at the end of the day, I think this is a lot of what Star Wars, the Force, Jedi, Sith are about. It's about human nature and what humans will do in certain situations, which paths they'll take. And of course, that's not me treading on a new path or anything like that. This is conversations that people have had before. I'm pretty sure the idea of seduction has been brought up before, but I thought it was interesting the way in which the Acolyte shows it. So I'm not going to say that this is the greatest thing to come out of the Star Wars universe. far from that, but I'm going to say I've had personally a good time watching it, and I've really enjoyed the last 2 episodes and the path in which they're going. Star Wars has always humanized the Jedi to a degree, and they've always shown what happens when Jedis tap into their emotions. But I think it is cool the way in which they're humanizing, even though the Sith are technically the more human version of the Force, because they're more in tune to all their emotions. They're more willing to bring out all their emotions. I think it's really cool how the one character seems more human than a lot of the Sith that we've seen before. So I'm intrigued to see how the show ends, where they go with it. Some of it has been predictable, so I think we'll see certain things. I think we'll see certain people are who we thought they were, or who they aren't who we thought they were. So we'll see. Thank you so much for taking time to check out this video. I really do appreciate it. Whether you like the Acolyte, don't like the Acolyte, let me know what your thoughts are. The way in which they presented the Force, the way in which they presented the Jedi, the way in which they presented the Sith. What are your thoughts on it? Thank you so much again for checking out this video, taking time out of your day. I really do appreciate it. Please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Anything to support is much appreciated. Hope you guys continue to be good. Hope you guys continue to be blessed. Have a good one.